Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am super excited, and when I'm super excited like this, just know that we're going to be having serious fun, a lot of fun. So in today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys basic step to high-end skin retouching, basic step to high-end skin retouching. It's gonna be fun. Like I tell you, Photoshop is fun. Let's have fun. So the first thing you want to do is we want to create a duplicate layer. So just Ctrl J if you are using window, and if you are not, Command J. I guess you know what I'm talking about. So let's create a double layer just by pressing Ctrl J. Yeah, we'll make two, so we can name this down one, we can name it low, and the upper layer we can name it high. Okay, that's done. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to create a frequency layer, although we'll not be doing frequency separation. We're going to be creating a frequency layer. Please, if this is your first time of getting into Photoshop and perhaps you don't know anything about frequency separation, I've done some videos on that, how to do frequency separation using your lasso tool and using your mixer brush tool. Please, you can check out the video and help yourself. So without wasting your time, let's get back to why we are here: high-end skin retouching. So once you are done creating your high and low, representing your color slash tone and your texture, so the low is representing your color and the high representing the texture. Hope you did not forget that. So we want to check off the high, then come to your low, come to your blur, Gaussian blur. Remember, I want it as natural as possible, so let's take it down to 0.1. then we'll just keep bringing it up. Yeah, we're taking it up, I think at around, okay, around 6.2. I like it here. Yes, I want the texture to be as natural as possible, so around 6.2. I think all the textures are gone and I love it this way, so let's use 6.2. hit OK. Sorry, it's taking some time. I have not really refreshed this system or turn it off for about 2 weeks now, if not more than. Sorry about that. So come to your high. Once you're done, come to your high, come to image, apply image, then make sure your layer is on low and make sure your blending is on subtract, your scale on 2 and your offset on 128. Please don't forget. Hit OK. Then you come back to your blending option here, blending mode, change this normal to linear light. Boom, and here we go. Now group them, your high and low, put them into group. Now if you check off the I button, it should remain the same. That's to tell you that you've done the right thing. It shouldn't change, neither the color or the texture should remain the same. So now here we are. Sorry, I need to tell you something. I have done a little work on this image, and the little job I did on it was just the eye and the teeth, because there are some fragment of makeup on her teeth, so I had to remove. Then I just did the cleaning of the eye and the teeth. That, so any other thing, it's the way the image came out of camera. So that being said, let's go back to our layers here. So on your low, which is representing your color and your tone, we'll create a empty layer. Just come down to the bottom right side of your Photoshop and click that. You create a new layer. See, it's empty. A new layer. Create a new empty layer. Then come to your brush. That is exactly what we're going to do. Pick your brush you want to make sure please is set on soft brush. If it's not on soft brush, right click, come to the hardness, make sure the hardness is 0, then come and select soft round brush under your general brushes. Please don't select hard brush, select soft round brush. Once that is done, you can click enter. Then our opacity, we can leave it at 100, but our flow, we are going to be bringing down our flow to around 2 or 3, 2 or 3. For the sake of this tutorial, let's make it 3 so that it won't waste much of our time and we can see the effect. Let's put it on 3. So now, and come to your eyedropper tool here, please. Once you click on the eyedropper tool, your sample size should be on 5x5 or 11x11. Please make sure it's not on point sample, because if it's on point sample, whenever we are selecting color, we might end up selecting noise, so it's not okay, and that might be destructive. We might not be getting the accurate color that we are supposed to pick. So please try as much as possible, let it be on 5x5 at least, or 11x11. It's okay. For this tutorial, we use 5x5. Then make sure your sample is set to current and below. So once that is done, you can now come back to our brush. Make sure your opacity is 100, as I said earlier. Then what we are going to be doing now is we are going to be painting. That is why I said it's more of sculpturing work we're going to be doing today. We are now sculptors and we want to sculpt. So take the image, zoom out, and look at the image. Look at it. What exactly do you want to achieve with this image? For me, I just want to adjust a little bit. If you look at the image very well, this part of our cheek, I really want to adjust it. This under our eye, the eye bags, they are looking dark. I want to brighten it up and make some adjustments under our lips as well, that is looking dark. Brighten it up a little bit, and then work on our hand here and brighten some dark places up as well. So basically that is what I want to do. And if you have another image with you, you might look at it as well. I think the first thing you need to do is zoom out your image and look at, because if you'll be posting out there on social media and whatever, this is how they're going to see it. So whenever you are working on your pictures, be careful when you zoom in. Be careful. It's better when you zoom out so that you can see. You can zoom in once and when you are working, but once in a while zoom out again and see what exactly you've been doing on your image. It's always helpful. So that being said, now those are the things I want to do on this image. Very simple things I want to do, just to adjust little things, and at the end of the day we'll see where it will get us to. So now the first thing I want to do is, after you might have selected your brush, I want to paint from here. So hold your Alt key and just sample the color of this place. Once you have sampled the color, the next thing I want to do is I want to paint. I hope you see. Let me zoom in so that you see what we are doing. Let's see that place before and after. Do you see? Let me zoom out and see before and after. Hope you see that. Let me zoom in again so that you see before and after. Okay, so that is exactly what we'll be doing. Just select a color that is close to where you want to paint and just paint on the dark areas, just like that. It's more of like we are reshaping and rebuilding everything we've seen here. See the little work we've done now. See before, see after. This is just beautiful. See before. Let me zoom in so that you see. This is the before, this is the after. So that's what we're going to be doing on all the image. So just keep on adjusting like that. At a point in time in this video, please, I'm going to speed it up so that it won't waste much of your time. But before I do that, I want you to get the basic thing and basic idea of what exactly we'll be doing. Come to our cheek side here, pick sample a color that is close to where you want to paint and just paint just like that. Oh, sorry, that's not working. See, yeah, just like that, very close. Let's see that. Look at before, after. Do you see that? Is that not beautiful? See that shining part of our cheek is gone after. That's super cool. So that's exactly what we're gonna be doing all through the few minutes I'll be spending with you. Whenever you select a sample a color that is close to where you want to paint and you think or believe that should be the appropriate color. Please be careful when you are sampling so that you don't destroy anything that has been there. You are doing much of sculpturing, and so you need to be careful so that you don't destroy the image. Okay, so let's look at it again. Before, after. Can you see? Just imagine the little part of our cheeks we've worked on before and after. Do you see it before and after? And now I'm going to do something deliberately so that at the end of the day we'll come back to it. Let's say, for instance, I paint into her eye. Let me paint so that you see. Okay, you see? Before and after. You see, I've painted into the eyes. I'm not going to do anything about that. I just want okay, let me do it properly so that okay, let's say I paint into the eye like this. Oops, can you see it? Before, after. Okay, deliberately I'm going to leave that. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. Simple, super fast, and very easy. So now I'm going to fast forward the video, and by the time we are done, I will tell you what your image should look like if you do it correctly. Yeah, so guys, you're welcome back, and let me just show you a little bit of what we have done. Let's see, before and after. Is this not fantastic? And after, and to even make it more beautiful, you can go on and go on and go on and keep on brushing until you get what you want. You can even make it more perfect and more beautiful than this. But then look at just the effort of few minutes. Look at what we've done. We've built something incredible, something fantastic and beautiful. And that is not all. So we can just go ahead. If we want to increase the texture, we just duplicate the texture layer by pressing Ctrl J, and we see, oops, too much, but don't worry, that's why we have our opacity. Drop it down to something around 25. I think that 25 is okay. Then pick up your spot alien brush tool and come to the first, not the duplicate of the texture layer, the first one, the first layer. Then just so that we can clean up some of this mess on our face. Just the big pimple there on our face, let's just remove them. That's the obvious one, so that it looks clean. The obvious one, so that we'll get it clean, that's all. Yeah. Okay. I think we are good. Just look at what we've done. Again, look at before and after, before and after. Let me bring it closer so that you see. Before, after. Just imagine. This is non-destructive, and it's actually it's nice. If you think you want to remove some of this high back line, you can adjust them as well. Just work on them a little bit, not too much. But I mean, if you want everything removed, you know what to do. You can remove them completely. But for me, I think it's okay. For me, like this, I'm okay with it like this. So let's just look at it again. Okay, before, after, and that's not all. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to create a new layer completely. So Control Alternate Shift E will give us a new layer. And oh, I remember there was something on the eye the other time I told you we can clean. This is the beauty of this. We can always come back to our history brush tool and just clean the eye. You see, simply because that's exactly what I want to show you. Simply because I've worked on the eye already, and this is history brush. It's bringing every details I might have cleaned from the eye. Is bringing them back. Do you get it? That is why if I paint on the eye right now, you see reddish and everything coming back. So that is the beauty of um history brush tool. You can always bring back everything. If there's something you've done to the image and you're not comfortable with it and you want it to go back to how it was before, history brush can help you bring that back. That's the function it helps. It never disappoints. So that's that on that. Then the next thing we want to do is okay, after we might have done that, the next thing we want to do is we want to dodge and burn a little bit so that we'll get something better and nicer. So we'll come to our dodge and burn tool here, right in Photoshop there. Make sure the range is on mid-tone and the exposure, set it to around 6. Okay, let's make it 8 to be faster. Let's make it 8. Okay, then you know what to do with your dodge. Your dodge, you paint on the bright side of the portrait. So look at those places that are bright and make sure your hardness is on 0 and just paint on them just like that. Please don't paint on places that are shadow. Make sure it's the highlight. Paint on the highlights. Those are the places that are bright in the picture. Paint on the highlights only. Look at the downside here of our mouth. It's kind of bright, so paint on it as well. Don't worry, if it's too much, we can always reduce the opacity. Okay, like that. Let's check. Okay, I think we are good like this. Okay, look at it. Before, after. Don't mind. Let's come to dodge now. Burn rather. Now burn is to make the place that are dark even more darker. So look at those places that are dark and we just paint on them. Let's increase the exposure as well to 8. And here, because we are working on the shadows now, you can change it to shadows. The range could be shadow. You have 3 options there: shadow, mid-tone, and highlight. You can keep it on shadows. That's not bad for this one. Okay, just click on those places that are shadow, these edges here. Please be careful. Don't paint into the highlight. Don't paint into the highlight, please. Don't paint into the highlight, please. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm liking this before, after. Yes, this is super sweet. Okay, now this is way too much, so we can use our opacity and just bring it down. Bring the opacity down to, let's say, something around 50. Let's see, before and after. This is sweet. Before and after. Then just before you go, change from normal, change it to luminosity. Don't forget to do that, please. From normal to luminosity. Okay, before and after. Just look at it. Look at what we've done. Before, after, before, after. Are you seeing it? Before and after. This is sweet. So if you still want it, you can increase the opacity to maybe around 60 thereabout for you if that's what you want. So then the last thing I want to show you guys, the last bonus of this tutorial, is to adjust the color. She's looking very yellow and I want to reduce that yellow a little bit. So come to your selective color. That's the work of a selective color. First thing we'll be working on our reds and on our yellows. So the first thing first, let's come to our red. Come to our red. Come to your black. Please, when you are working on selective color, you can play with the blacks. It can be very interesting. But before that, let's increase the cyan to around +4. Okay. Then I just want to work with the cyan and the blacks. And the blacks, I'll be reducing it to -11. That's okay. Then we'll come to yellow. The yellows, let's play around. Okay. Let's take it down. Let's take the cyan down as low as, let's say, 34. And let's come to our yellows. The yellow slide here. Let's play with it as well. Let's say around -20 something, maybe 25. Okay, let's leave it at 28. Then the blacks as well. Let's play with it. Okay. -28 is okay as well. Okay, let's see what we have now. Okay, one more thing. Let's come to blacks and just play around with it a little bit. Let's say -6 or -5. Okay, let's see what we've done. Let's see before, after. You see, before, after. That's wonderful. Then the last thing, you can just play around with your levels, just so that we can introduce a little bit of contrast into the image. Let's say -6. That's okay. That's okay. Now let's group everything we've done here together and see what we've done. Everything together, Ctrl G, and let's see before and after. Okay, before, after. You see, before, after. Let me zoom in so that we'll see better. See better, before, after. So guys, this brings us to the end of the tutorial. I hope you've learned something. Don't worry, if there's anything at all you are confused about, just watch the video again and keep practicing. Keep practicing and you even get better and better and better. And one beautiful thing about this retouching using high-end skin retouching is that it's non-destructive. If you do it well, non-destructive. You can see the lady's texture, everything is just intact. Let's see again the beautiful work we've done before and after. Please, if you know you've learned something, subscribe, push on the notification button, and don't forget to like and make comments. Thank you so much. Don't stop having fun. Photoshop be fun. Keep having fun. See you in my next tutorial.